Hello, everyone. We should be live now, so please let us know in the chat if you can hear us okay. And we've had some technical difficulties. So we've got some technical difficulties, so we have no idea how this looks. So please let us know in the chat if we are looking okay, if we're all good. First live stream, so we are both a bit new to this, so please bear with us. See if it's working. Checking my phone.
Yeah, I can hear everything my end, so yeah.
Cool. I've got no idea if we're live or not. I think we are, but I'm not 100%. Great check.
Yeah, I can only see your screen, so like I can't see the YouTube comment.
I can see comments, but I don't know if it's working. I'm checking my phone.
I think it's fine.
I think we're live. I don't know though, 100%.
Yeah, it says live
Yeah,
on
we
the
are.
screen, so it should be all right now. Yeah.
We've got. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hope you're all well, taking care, and welcome to our first live stream. So please let us know in the comments how we look. From our end, it's a bit wonky. So please, if we sound okay, please let us know. Hello, Brittany. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, so today me and Go Doctor Who are going to be talking about series 13. So Go Doctor Who also has his own YouTube channel. I don't know if before we get started, do you want to talk a bit about your channel? Just let you know what you're all about.
Well, my channel's basically just a bit about a mishmash of everything, really. I just do reviews, theories, top 10s. Yeah, just anything that comes Doctor Who related. So yeah, that's pretty much my channel. And yeah, join more the merrier. So yeah.
Yeah, so me and Go Doctor Who, we do like similar kind of Doctor Who content, rankings, reviews, that kind of stuff. And yeah, today we're just going to be chatting about series 13. Before we get started though, can you just let us know in the chat one more time that we sound and look okay just before we get started? I've got still no idea from my end how we look and sound, but hopefully it's all good.
Just wing it.
I'll tweet it now before we get started properly.
I would tweet it as well, but if I click something, it's going to go off. So
I know what you mean. Yeah, we can't even go on the stream, right? Good stuff. So it looks like we're all good. So thanks for everyone for tuning in. And please, if you can, share the stream on social media so we can try and get as many viewers as we can. If we could get 10 viewers for the stream, I think from the first go, that would be pretty successful. So yeah, if you can share the stream on Twitter, be really appreciated. And yeah, just let as many folk know as possible. I've also shared it as well, so hopefully that should help. Considering.
Yeah, I just got a notification.
And I will also.
Because I got the little bar on for William Hughes' channel.
Yeah, I think the stream looks pretty clever. Who Book said, just rewatched Rosa and my 13th Doctor Marathon, about to rewatch Acrid in the UK. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan Acrid in the UK at all. Like, it's okay, but I think the spiders are a bit meh. They're not that great. What do you think of Acrid in the UK?
It's all right. I kind of have a soft spot for it, but I'm not afraid of it. Like, I'm afraid of spiders. If there's a spider in my house, I'm running away. But it's not scary that much, I think. But it's an all right episode. The Donald Trump guy gets a lot better in Revolution of the Daleks. So yeah.
Yeah, I liked I forgot his name now, but I liked the president guy in Revolution of the Daleks. It was a big improvement over Acrid in the UK.
Oh,
there you go. Cool. So let's talk about series 13. Yeah. So we're getting the first question. If you've got any questions in the chat, obviously just put a comment in. We can see them and we'll read them out as many as we can. So the first question I guess we'll talk about is John Bishop. So what would your opinion be on John Bishop as a new companion?
I have no idea of him. I was first introduced with that little clip of multi-thing pictures of him.
Yeah.
He looks all right. He's interesting.
And the chat is frozen for me. That's not great.
Comedy. What about you? What?
Yeah, I think John Bishop, I've not seen him in anything. Like, I've only seen him as a comedian. But from what I've heard about him, it seems quite good. He's got quite good morals and stuff. So yeah, I think when you look at like Catherine Tate and Matt Lucas, they both got criticised before they became companions for being comedians, and then they turned out to be great. So judging from that, I'm really looking forward to seeing what John Bishop can kind of bring to the TARDIS, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Donna and Matt Lucas were brilliant, and they're comedians, so it should be all right. To be fair, I know he's tweeted something or he said something wrong, and a lot of fans have gone against him. But
yeah,
he's just getting his foot through the door, so we should just give him a chance, see what he's like. So yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure he done an article with like a college student, and he said that basically he was from Liverpool and his parents were in the first story, and then yeah, that got shared on like every YouTuber's channel, and then yeah, he apparently got a telling off for that, which I do remember. I do remember the college student tweeting that, which is quite good. Which in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
yeah. One of them lost. I can't say this. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to him. I think it will be pretty good. Obviously, what are your thoughts? Yeah, bad chat's playing up as well. This is having technical difficulties, but we'll bear through. What are your thoughts on
Yeah.
Oh, good. So what are your thoughts on like 13 and Yaz? Like, you're not a huge fan of 13, are you? Or you're not the biggest fan?
Um 13 and Yaz. 13 and Yaz, I'm a bit of a mishmash. Like, I don't want the love chemistry. I feel like, but I feel like as a companion, and 13 is all right, Doctor. Like, she is not. I'm not one of them people who go hashtag not my doctor. I think she is the Doctor now. Let's just embrace it. And we know her characteristics. With Yaz, I feel like basically she's all right, but she needs more character development. I was watching your video the other day, and it was something about Yaz being a police officer, I think, or something like that. And I felt like there is need for more of that. She could have an episode on her own investigating an alien without the Doctor for episode, as a Doctor Light episode, and it could so work. So yeah, I think there's more development needed for Yaz, but I'm intrigued for series 13. But yeah. What about you?
I think the problem with the 13th Doctor, I thought about this, and I think the problem is she probably is a bit too childish. Like, we've seen that before with like the 7th Doctor in his first series. He got criticised for being too childish. And then you got the 12th Doctor, who got criticised for being too childish in his second series. So I think some people probably have an issue with just how silly she is. It doesn't bother me personally. I don't mind it too much. I think it suits her. But I know a lot of fans kind of have an issue with her being too silly, too over the top, if that makes sense. I've seen a lot of people kind of complain in the past about that. The same with Matt Smith, but Matt Smith, I think, handled the darker side better. What are your thoughts on that? Would you say that's kind of the case with 13?
The way I'm with 13 is I'm in the middle with her. Like, I'm very much, I accept her as a Doctor, and she's very much, but she is lower on my ranking because she hasn't really had a Doctor moment, if it makes sense. Like, I feel like with the 13th Doctor, she is described to be kind of explaining the plot, right, fam, this is what we're going to do. The Daleks are there, so we're going to go around and this and that. And I feel like then they do that. She shouldn't just have to explain the plot before they do it, sort of thing. I think we should just do it and not explain everything too much, really. So yeah, that's 13's problem.
I think exposition in this era is extremely bad. I've said it so many times, but I think the writers, they seem to focus a lot on explaining the plot, which I think Who is obviously a very expeditionary kind of show, but at the same time, it feels very overboard in this era. It feels like they have to explain every single detail. And obviously, because 13 is the smartest person in the room, she is the one who's going to get the load of that, if that makes sense. So she's the one that suffers the most from that, which I think is a bit unfair on Jodie. I think she could do with better writing at points.
Yeah, I think also I remember it's just you've said something and it just reminded me, like, there was a teacher. I said I was a Doctor Who fan, and she was like, oh, you must be really clever then, because it's really complicated and stuff like that. And yeah, it was. It's not now. Like, I think I think Stephen Moffat knew that kids basically can handle a bit more complex stuff, whereas Chris Chibnall, he's not dumbed down. It is just he's trying to explain everything so everyone's on board. Whereas I feel like he doesn't need to do that. I think that's certainly a lot more fans are just going to be like, oh, we get the plot already. So yeah.
Yeah, because like I think a lot of the general audience, I think the problem with this era is that it's just focuses so much on the plot rather than the characters. So I think, with Russell T Davies' Who and Moffat's Who, it was more focused on the characters rather than the plot. And I feel that's maybe where the dislike in this era is mostly coming from, if that makes sense. So it's a bit, people aren't too impressed with it, which I think is a shame. I think it's definitely not as bad as people say it is by far.
Yeah, it's not like. Oh.
Can you still hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Chris Chibnall's writing it's not just basic, because it is doing a lot of interesting stuff. He's rocking the boat out with the woman as the doctor or the Timeless Child. Like, he is making stuff interesting. It's just he just has to make sure everyone's on board as his main flaw. It's not like his writing's boring as much. It can be at some points, but that's because of the explanation. So yeah, I think we're on to something at that point. Yeah.
So we've got some comments as well. Rich, I'll read it now. So Who Books said as well on the comment section quite earlier, so thank you for your comment. He said he would like to see Jack Robertson team up with the Master. Would you like to see that? Would you like to see that collab happen?
Jack Roberts. Is that the Donald Trump guy?
Yeah, it's a guy from Revolution and Actors in the UK, yeah.
Yeah. Right. He'd be interesting. Like, I could see a team up happening, but then the Masters already had a team up with the other guy from Spyfalls, and then that guy just disappeared. He killed his mom, didn't he? Something like that. So a bit there. Yeah,
I can't remember the character's name. I can't remember the character's name, but I'm sure it was played by Lenny Henry. I'm sure that's the guy. Barton or something, John Barton or something like that. But yeah, I remember that team up. So yeah, I think Jack Robertson with the Master, that would be pretty cool. I think Jack Robertson, the whole ending with Revolution with him running for president again, I do think he'll probably be back, probably in the next special, if we're getting a special or not, who knows. But I do think Jack Robertson, he's going to be a reoccurring character in this era. And I don't mind him. I think he's quite decent.
Yeah, imagine if Jack Roberts is back, he's president, and behind the screens, he's not just the president, but the Master's controlling him the whole time. And it's been like, there's an agency against the Doctor next time the Doctor lands or something like that. That'd be interesting. Like, the Master behind the scenes, because we've obviously seen him as Prime Minister. So yeah.
That'd be quite cool. It'd be quite cool if Jack Robertson was revealed to be the Master. They won't do that, but that would be quite a cool twist. It is Chris Chibnall, so you never know. That could be a twist that happens. Wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. So Brittany in the comment section is asking, do you think that John Bishop will be a one series companion?
Bishop, right? Yeah, I do actually, because obviously he's got a lot of tours happening and stuff like that. And he was originally not going to be in the series. He just got written in for some reason I can't remember. There was an article, and I feel like basically he is going to only be in these 8 episodes. But I think we're going to remember him. I think he's going to be a highlight of Jodie's era in some way. But yeah, he's going to be short but sweet.
Yeah, I think he'll be like Donna Noble. He'll do one, and like Arthur Jones as well. He'll do one series. I think he is going on tour in 2022. I'm sure. I don't think he'll come back. I think he will be one series only, and that'll be the contract. Because I'm sure as well, he said he's only doing Doctor Who because of COVID, because otherwise he would be doing his tour. But because his tour's been delayed, he's now able to do Doctor Who. So yeah, I don't think he'll be staying on for series 14. I think it'll be series 13, and that's him. But as you say, I think he'll be a really good companion. I'm getting that impression. They've done well with like Bradley Walsh and Catherine Tate and Matt Lucas as well. So I've got no doubt. Comedians always seem to do well in Who.
Yeah, it's nice to see you know, obviously that famous night where that person was running past and stuff like that. It's nice to see the Doctor Who fam actually talking to the crowd and stuff like that. It's quite nice because a lot of, I know I've heard a few things saying, oh, they don't go up to the fans as much as like Pete Capaldi did and stuff like that, but there's proof there that they do, and they do interact with the fans. I thought that was quite nice as well, and John Bishop was doing that. So yeah,
the Liverpool filming. I
yeah.
remember that. Remember the night of Liverpool filming. They've done a really good job. They're very welcoming. We've seen that guy with the speedos run past as well. John Bishop was in really good mood. Yeah, at the filming, they were quite lucky in Liverpool to get that for sure.
Makes me want to be in Liverpool.
Yeah, it does. I'd love to be there as well. Have you ever seen filming of Doctor Who before? I haven't, sadly. I've never filmed in Scotland. Have you seen filming before in Liverpool? Or anywhere?
No, but they filmed Shakespeare in Coventry, and that's where I am. And obviously, I was a little kid then, so I obviously was at school or something on that day. So it's a shame that they've actually filmed in my city, and I never got to go and see it. So that's a shame. But yeah, I'd hope one day they do that again or something like that. That'd be interesting. But yeah, Scotland's got loads of places I reckon they could film and make it look beautiful.
Was that the Shakespeare Code that you watched filming? And yeah, Scotland would be great. I think, you know, filming in Edinburgh, such a nice city. I think they should definitely come and film in Scotland. It's a shame they're not this year with COVID. With a great chance, but it's looking unlikely, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's another.
Yeah, it's they filmed it in my town. It was some old houses or whatever, and they used one of them for Shakespeare's Code, and I didn't know, so I wish I did. And yeah, Scotland definitely looked beautiful, I reckon, and different. And because obviously there's a lot of actors from Scotland, so it kind of makes sense for one day for the show to go down that route with a lot of actors and writers being from Scotland.
Yeah, exactly, because David Tennant, he was Scottish. What is it? Peter Capaldi was Scottish. So I definitely think, you know, Scottish people, yeah, they've been quite in Doctor Who quite a lot. They just need to come and film in Edinburgh or somewhere like that. I thought they would maybe do it this year with COVID because they're restricted to the UK. It is looking unlikely, but hopefully one day it would be cool to see that happen.
You never know, the Timeless Child could be in Scotland. It'll be revealed there.
Maybe Scotland, maybe that's where it'll be revealed. So we've got another question here from the Agrammatic Joker. Sorry if I said your channel name wrong there. But he asked, will there be a Torchwood Series 5? What are your thoughts on that? There's been a lot of rumours recently around that. I don't know how close this stream's working. Hello? Can anyone still hear us?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, you went to get glitchy a minute ago.
Sorry about that. Basically, someone in the comments section asked, will there be a Torchwood Series 5? What are your thoughts on that one?
Could you repeat that? I couldn't hear that, sorry.
It's all good. So basically, someone in the comment section asked, will there be a Torchwood Series 5? Hopefully you can hear it this time.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, that's the right answer.
But
yes.
Yeah,
I do think
I'd love a Torchwood Series 5. I think it'd be awesome at some point in the near future. Definitely.
I know with BBC Three coming back, a lot of speculation that could be leading to a Torchwood return. I definitely think it's possible. I'd say it's more unlikely than likely, but I would love to see Torchwood come back. I think the potential's there. It's just, would they actually do it? The BBC, since Class, I think they'll be a bit hesitant to kind of bring another spin-off back. But yeah, I'd love to see Torchwood Series 5 come back. I think it'd be great. I think it's really what Doctor Who needs. More spin-offs to be more like Marvel, for example. I think we're way behind on that front.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if you've seen it, like, the Who Edits made a massive video about the Doctor Who shows in the universe, like, yeah, that would be cool. I reckon that would actually work so well, but I don't see it happening just because the BBC being restricted and stuff like that. I don't think they would do that. But one spin-off I would love would actually be, and I don't think it would happen, but Unit spin-off, but Captain Jack kind of finally joining Unit in a way and kind of delving out. That would be cool, and fighting aliens. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I know Big Finish. I don't know if you've listened to it, but Big Finish done a Unit spin-off. I've listened to like 2 episodes. It's quite decent. We do it with Kate Stewart and Osgood and stuff. So I think, you know, a Unit spin-off on TV, that could work pretty well. I think definitely it's got potential. They've got lots of ideas for spin-offs. They just need to like do something. I think that at least one spin-off, like you said, I don't think we'll get like loads like Marvel. I don't think BBC's got the budget, especially after COVID, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, Big Finish is always on it, but it's always nice to have it on the screen as well. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Big Finish is really good, but it's not the easiest to get into, and it's not cheap at all. It's really expensive, which does not help. So I think the TV spin-offs need to come back as well to support the main series.
How are you finding with the Big Finish? Because you've delved into it. You showed me a bit of the cliffhanger of a David Tennant one, and that was interesting. But I just personally, I don't think I can sit there and listen. I prefer visual. Yeah. So how are you finding getting into that? I'm very intrigued to do that with the Torchwood and David Tennant joining Torchwood Big Finish that's coming out next month. So yeah, hopefully join on the journey.
Well, for me, when I started off, I found Big Finish really difficult because you have to be in the right mood. You've got to kind of sit there and just imagine it. I definitely think I would recommend, if you're going to do Big Finish, start with the 10th Doctor stuff, because I think I started with a Paul McGann audio that was for free on Spotify, and it was ridiculously difficult. But I think with the David Tennant ones, they are designed to the new series, so you're looking at 45-minute installments. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to start with the new Torchwood with David Tennant, I'm guessing you're talking about, I would definitely recommend starting with that, because I imagine Torchwood ones will probably be about an hour, I think. So yeah, I think start with Torchwood. My advice would be just kind of try and relax, get in the mood. But yeah, the Big Finish, it's difficult. You're kind of, I wouldn't say I'm a massive big fan of Big Finish. It's still difficult, but the more you try it, it gets better, in my opinion. But I would definitely start with the Torchwood one that's coming up. That's a pretty good one, I would say. Looks quite interesting. I'll probably get it as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to try and get into, I think. But at the moment, I'm spending money on the classic box set, so yeah. I'm putting that first before Big Finish because it's so expensive. But yeah, I think the Torchwood episode that I'm trying to get with David Tennant joining Torchwood is only an hour long, so hopefully I should be all right listening to that, hopefully. But yeah. Yeah,
I'm sure it's out in May, isn't it? The next Torchwood one with David Tennant, and then it's the 9th Doctor Adventures at some point in May as well. Will you be getting the 9th Doctor ones as well? Or will you just be keeping to the David Tennant Big Finish?
I was so close to buying it. I was going to buy it all as that
bundle. Oh, stream's frozen.
Bundle, and then now I've talked myself out of it. I'm not getting it now. Is it back? Yeah.
But yeah, I had the 9th Doctor Big Finish.
Yeah, I'm not getting the Chris Eccleston one now because is the stream working? Yeah.
It is working. Can everyone in the chat let us know how the stream is going? Because we are trying. I think it's just lagging for a bit of both of us. Can everyone in the chat just let us know how do both of us look in the stream right now? Because we can't tell because we're not on our phones. But how do we look? Because for us, it's lagging a little bit.
Your photo's frozen. Yeah.
So I've got no idea. But if everyone in the chat...
Your photo's frozen. I can't see any in the comments.
Yeah, for me, you're lagging like way behind.
I keep talking over you.
So I'm not sure how the stream's looking. If us two look fine, it's just for us, or if it's the stream. So everyone in the chat, please let us know how do both of us look right now?
Yeah.
Just for the future as well, so we can kind of try and fix these issues.
I promise I'm not rude or anything talking over someone. It seems to be lagging so much that when I start a convo, it goes in. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the same for mine. Mine's is I'm saying something and you're saying something to my last question. It is a bit wonky. But it's first time. I guess there'll be ways to fix it, I presume. I'll go for the comment section now. Everyone says it looks good, so I'm presuming we look fine. I'm not sure. I wish I could check my phone, but it would take me off the stream. But I guess the next question we'll talk about is Yaz. What does everyone in the chat think about Yaz? What are your thoughts on Yaz staying on for the next series?
My thoughts on Yaz staying on for next series. I think that next series might be a last, which has been rumored, but I feel like that's because she has been on for 3 series, which is very long for a companion, unless she's going for the route of being the longest companion ever. But yeah, I think we will see a demise to Yaz, but I feel like it's going to have to be a death. And I think Chris Chibnall is going to be amazing at deaths, but I feel like she could never walk away. Like the companions, Ryan and Graham, walked away. She can't walk away, and I feel like her demise is going to be a bit like Clara, but Chris Chibnall's going to not do a cop out and go, oh, she's still alive somehow. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they could just leave Yaz, like have her leave the TARDIS. I think he got away with it with Graham and Ryan, although I would have liked to have seen Graham and Ryan killed off, but I get that they've not done the whole goodbye approach since Martha. So I kind of get where they did the good goodbye, but basically, yeah, I think there's a Rice Game fan outside, I apologise. But basically, yeah, I would like to see Yaz get killed off. I think it's the best approach to take. I don't think they could really just get away with letting her leave the TARDIS casually. Do you agree? Do you think they should kill Yaz off and then get a new companion for series 14? Whatever happens.
I think I wanted Ryan to, not because I don't like him, but I wanted him to die and Graham be leaving the TARDIS in grief in a way, but that didn't happen. So I would be up for a companion death. However, I also have this feeling that Chris Chibnall is going to do a Russell T Davies and do all the companions come together for a massive alien threat. I have a feeling in the back of my head that that's just going to happen. But yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see like a Stolen Earth kind of story in series 13, which I think would be quite cool. I'd be up for Graham and Ryan coming back for that. Although I think Toyson Cole, I'm sure he's in America now, and he's got like big afro hair. So I'm not sure if he'll come back to the UK for series 13 filming if it finishes in like 2 months. But it'd be quite cool. Would you like to see Graham and Ryan come back for a kind of goodbye story?
I would like to see them return as one last hurrah, but also with their exit, I also feel like maybe the Doctor's going to walk in on their adventures because all of a sudden Ryan's like, oh, there's an alien in this place, and Graham's like, let's go investigate, sort of thing. So it feels like Ryan and Graham spin off for Big Finish at some point in the future, or something like that, where the Doctor's going to bundle in on their adventure, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did find, I don't know about this was you as well, but I did find it weird that Ryan left the TARDIS because he had enough of travelling, and then he goes off with Graham to go on his own adventures with Graham. It's a bit weird. What did you think of Graham and Ryan's exit? Because for me, it was just really weird. Then you got Ghost Grace as well. I found it really bizarre.
Yeah, the way I looked at that was like, I could see the thread happening with, was it Orphan 55 where Ryan was like, no, it was Ryan. And Ryan was like looking from the distance, like he didn't want to be there or something like that in a future series 12 episode. And then this happened in the latest episode where he just said, I've had enough. I need to go and see my friends and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he started talking about going on adventures. And I was just like, well, why didn't you just stay with the Doctor then if you were going to do investigations? I thought you wanted to just be with your friends. Your friends needed you, not go off and do a Sarah Jane thing. But yeah.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. I don't think it really made sense. You know, it makes sense. Ryan wanted to return to his home life, fair enough. But then he goes off with Graham on their own adventures. It's really bizarre, but I guess it means a Big Finish. Potentially. I know Bradley Walsh is quite busy, and I'm not really sure Toyson Cole's enough of a Doctor Who fan to come back. But I guess it'd be pretty cool. Big Finish, they do everything, so it's definitely likely. You never know.
I've met Ryan Sinclair in London Comic Con just before COVID happened. And I asked him what was your favorite episode to be in, and he said Rosa Parks because of the main reasons of that. And I was like, yeah, that's a really good one. So and the way he was talking about the show was he's happy to be there, but he does feel like he wasn't a Doctor Who fan, so it was just another show to him for him to do, which yet again is a shame. But also, at least he enjoyed.
Oh, stream's frozen again.
It. But yeah, I feel like he isn't really a fan of the show. I've just used. There's one thing that's just popped into my head that's not been answered. Do you know the Villadati episode? There's Bradley Walsh seeing ghosts, and that never gets revealed. That is something that I'm wondering maybe might be connected to the Timeless Child. Future, were they children? I can't remember, but they were ghosts, and they've never been revealed. So that's something Chris Chibnall needs to maybe explain in the episode.
I think, was it not a woman and her child? I think it was. And I think that was just a kind of Easter egg to it being a ghost story. That was just kind of like a little Easter egg. But yeah, I do remember people thinking that was like foreshadowing Graham's death, which I thought maybe could be the chance, but obviously that turned out not to be true. But yeah, I do think, on that subject, I guess we'll talk about it now because it's a big one. Where would you like to see the Timeless Child go in the next series? Because that is a big talking point that everyone talks about. Same in the chat, what do you guys think about the Timeless Child? Because it seems to cause arguments galore and it is everywhere. But what are your thoughts?
What my thoughts on the Timeless Child is probably at first viewing I didn't like it, and now I've kind of mellowed to it and I've kind of gone, well, it's not a finished story. We've only just learnt about it, and we need to probably see where the Doctor finds her own people. So I'm very intrigued for her to find her own people again because it's bringing mystery back to the show. However, I am one of those people who just wants William Hartnell as the first Doctor, so I'm a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting to see how it ends first before I go, right, I'm not a fan of this or I am a fan of this. I'm just going to wait and see how it's wrapped up in a bow. But yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree, because a lot of people do judge it already, and we don't even know where it's going yet. They've only done the reveal, which makes me think maybe in series 12, they should have told us a bit more first. I think they have left it, on reflection, they've left it in a really dodgy area where, we just don't know what's going to happen. So I think next series, I think they should continue it. Do you think they should not continue it and retcon it to be the Master? Or do you think they should just continue it as planned with the Doctor? I would say continue it, because I think Chibnall must have some plan where he wants to go. But I know a lot of people want it to be the Master and just forgotten about. But what are your thoughts on that?
I originally wanted it to be the Master, but then I also thought, couldn't it just be a new Time Lord? Because obviously we always revisiting the past Time Lords, but I thought maybe it could be a new Time Lord that we learn about. But no, I feel like it should be the Doctor now. We've dug our hole in it. You've got to try and dig yourself out of it. And I feel like it can work. It's just, you just don't fall back on it and go, oh, it was stuff, he was lying, something like that. But yeah, I feel like with the Timeless Child, it is a wait and see thing that only maybe fans jump on board and they're rewatching series 1 to 4 now. Maybe fans will more appreciate it later on in a couple of years once it's all finished. But right now, we're all just a bit like, continuity is messed up, the show is gone. But there's so much more they can do with this, and I feel it's going to be interesting. The one thing I'm a bit against, though, is we never saw the destruction of Gallifrey. The Master blew it up, but we never saw that. I feel that is a shame. It's something that I'd love to see.
Yeah, I agree. I think, they shouldn't make the Master now. It would just feel like a missed opportunity if they did that, because then the Doctor Plan storyline would be dropped. But I think, I would like to see Omega come into it. I do remember him from the Three Doctors. He was quite a good Time Lord character. Have you seen the Three Doctors before? Have you seen that story?
I have seen the Three Doctors. my first, and then I watched the Three Doctors, and Omega was such an awesome, epic villain in that. But then I watched he was in the Fifth Doctor story, and I didn't enjoy him as much. So I want him in his original Get Out and the way he was acting in the Three Doctors than his most recent appearance in the episode with the Fifth Doctor. I feel, it's mainly him escaping the antimatter universe, which is yet again series 12 in Spyfall. They were talking about different universes, so the antimatter universe could be opening up, which would be interesting to see Omega do. Yeah.
It's quite interesting talking about different universes because I've obviously had, I don't know if you've seen it, you probably would have, the book leak with Captain Jack in series 13, episode 2. So potentially that could be something to do with the whole universe problem from Spyfall. Do you think the same? Like, what do you think that book leak means, if you know what I'm talking about? I'm presuming you do with Captain Jack Harkness.
I saw your video on it, and I just feel like it's gonna have Captain Jack in, but Captain Jack's not going to be in episode 2. I feel like it's going to tie in some way, like the companions did something after episode 2, and then Captain Jack appears for that mini thing. But I think it's going to be a solo thing, and it's not going to be as big as people think. But that's just me trying to not get my hopes up. So I'm all up for it, and I think that it's very interesting with other universes. The Doctors, what is the thing? You know, the Time's Child where the Doctor gets teleported to Gallifrey or whatever from another universe. They've got to explore other universes if they're doing that. So that is something very interesting to see. So
it is a shame that they didn't do like Ruth's Doctor being from a parallel universe, because I do think that would have been much easier. I wouldn't even mind if that turned out to be the case in series 13, really, if it was a parallel Gallifrey. I guess that's the easiest way to retcon it in a way if they wanted to do it, so they can continue the storyline, but at the same time make the fans who are upset about William Hartnell no longer being the first Doctor happy. Like, I wouldn't mind if they did that. I think that's quite a good retcon idea. If they want to do that, make it a parallel universe. That way, we're happy, we still get the planned storyline, and then the other side of it, you get other fans who are happy that William Hartnell is still the first Doctor. I don't think they'll do that. I think Chibnall will continue with his plan, but it is quite a good way to kind of get around it, if you know what I mean, if that makes any sense.
I feel like in a way that would be a cop-out as well, though. Like, oh, it happened, but it'd be like, oh, it happened, but it was all a dream sort of thing. I want it to kind of, even though I'm got to just do it now. But I am very intrigued to see other universes and see anything there.
Yeah, I agree. So we've got a few comments now. I'll read through the comments now. So we've got a comment here from Homer Smith. Good name. He said, who do you guys think is most likely to be the next Doctor? Who do you think's the most likely person to be the next Doctor? Because obviously there's rumours, Jodie Whittaker's leaving, a lot of speculation going on. What are your thoughts on who the next Doctor is? I know who you're going to say, I think, but...
Jodie Comer, because she's
I think I know you're going to say that.
A brilliant actor with her accent. I think she's just amazing. But I don't think, because she's doing with Ryan Reynolds in a film now and stuff like that, I think she might get too big for it. But I would love her as the Doctor. I think if I met her at a Comic-Con, I would actually ask her to hold a sonnet and go, "You are my future Doctor."
That's brilliant,
But I think she'd be brilliant.
I agree. I agree. I think Jodie Comer would be really good. Also because she is such a big star. She's kind of similar to David Tennant. Like, everyone knew who David Tennant was when he became the Doctor. So I think Jodie Comer, she wants to get the viewers back for the next series Doctor 2 if Jodie is leaving. I think Jodie Comer would be a really good way to go because everyone knows her from Killing Eve. And I'm sure she was also was she Cinderella? Or maybe Lily James, I'm thinking of. But she's been in films anyway. And I definitely think, it's a good route to go. I know a lot of people are saying that Vicky McClure from Line of Duty could be the next Doctor. Do you watch Line of Duty? I don't, but do you?
I haven't, but my mates told me. I've seen a lot of tweets from the Who Are It, so I'm just like, I am going to watch it, but I like to binge watch it, so I'm going to wait until the series finishes and probably binge watch it all in the summer. and I could probably picture a few people as a Doctor. But yeah, I think it's got to be a show what's relevant right now, and that there's a views. It's getting so many views. I think it would help Doctor Who. If they took an actor and just put it as a Doctor, I think we could rob some of that limelight. So yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. The only way I could see Jodie Comer doing it is, and I think Radio Times suggested this, would be stunt casting. So basically, that's where you have an actor who's only going to be the Doctor for one series. I think they spoke about it before. I'm sure quite a few people on Doctor Who have mentioned it. So I guess if the next series is going to air 2023, they could have Jodie Comer be the Doctor for 1 year and then have her regenerate at the end of the 60th anniversary special. That could be a way to do it, although my concern with that would be if we're going to do a multi-Doctor special, like, and Jodie Comer is only doing one series, we're then going to have the problem of not getting enough time with Jodie Comer. So I feel it's risky if they're going to do something like that, in my opinion. But it's definitely plausible. They could. It's a good way to market, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be so interesting for us to get with the Timeless Child aspect. We can get so many actors as the Doctor as a one-off now. It'd be so cool. Rowan Atkinson would be brilliant. Mr. Bean as the Doctor. I mean, there's so many actors that would be interesting to see. I also think I've forgotten what I was going to say, but I'll try and get back to you if I remember it. But yeah.
No worries. So some people, I'll read some comments now. So Hoovy and Wanderia, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing good, mate. He said Benedict Cumberbatch. Would you like to see him as a Doctor? A lot of people have mentioned him before. He played Sherlock.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch. I've watched a lot of Sherlock last year in the lockdown, and I really enjoyed him. He'd be phenomenal as the Doctor. So yeah, I think, or a Master. He'd be brilliant as a Master as well, I reckon. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he will do it. I think he's quite big now, I'm sure. I'm sure Benedict, is he not doing Marvel films? Is it not Doctor Strange he's doing? Or something like that? But I think he's quite a big actor now. He's good. So would he commit to Doctor Who? I'm not too sure, unfortunately.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch might be too famous at this point. But then again, you know, Stephen Moffat's saying, I'm sure I could possibly persuade him to do another Sherlock, and that's a BBC drama. So there's always some hope out there, but there is a potential of him not doing it because Doctor Who takes 12 months of your life, you know. So, yeah, the film.
Yeah, I agree. What about the debate about the next Doctor being a male or a female? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it should go back to being a male? Do you think it should keep with being a female? What are your thoughts? Because that's an interesting debate that everyone seems to absolutely love going on about now. What would your thoughts be on that?
On what again? Sorry, they glitched.
On if the next Doctor, the 14th Doctor, should be a male or should it be a female? Or do you not really mind and not really too bothered either way?
Oh, I feel... Well, I feel like I think they're gonna play it safe route of making it another female Doctor but either way, the show can't really win because I wouldn't mind a first black actor to play the role as the Doctor.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind it being a man, but I feel like they are gonna go to a woman because they've got to show that it worked. But I feel, why have you got to show it? You don't have to prove anyone, but you kind of do as well because the fans are just going to go, oh, look, it didn't win. So they've kind of got to do a woman Doctor, I think, in a way, even if they have to prove themselves to certain people, which is, yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they need to
talk about that as well. There's oh, sorry if I talk to you again.
No, it's fine. You continue your point, and then I'll add later.
Right, sorry. The Years and Years actor, you done a video on it. She presumably know who the next Doctor is. I think she was talking about the Roof Doctor there, but she would be an interesting actor to play as the first, well, not first black actor now, but I think she'd be brilliant to be a new Doctor. And she's not well known enough, but I think she'd be definitely, Doctor Who would definitely kickstart her career in that way as well. I think she'd be brilliant. Also, Years and Years actor you were talking about, I don't know her name, but she's a young actor from that show. She'd be brilliant as well. Yeah, she was in the Russell T Davies drama. I've forgotten what it's called. But yeah.
I've forgotten her name. I can't remember what her name is, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. She was in Years and Years, and she was in the Russell T Davies drama as well, which I've forgotten. She'd be really good. I definitely think it might be her because that person who played the president in Gallifrey, or whoever, the general actually, she said that she knows who it is, and they two have worked together before. So I definitely think it could be her. I think she'd be pretty good. I think she's pretty young. I think she's around Matt Smith's age, if I'm right, 27, something like that. So yeah, I think she'd be quite good. From watching her in Years and Years, not Years and Years, or whatever the show was called, she was pretty good. It's a Russell T Davies drama that aired on BBC One, not the recent one, but I don't know if that's the right one I'm talking about or not. There's two.
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, but he's done two, isn't he? And I think she's been in both, and she's a pretty good actor, whoever her name is. Yeah. There's also, I don't know his name either because I'm terrible with people's names. There's a Horrible Histories actor, and he's also in a BBC drama, Ghosts, and he's quite skinny, and he would be really cool as a Doctor as well. So there is some male options as well as female, but I do think it's going to go the female route just for at least one more regeneration. But yeah, also, I don't know if this is a tough topic, but the John Barrowman said a trans actor to be the next Doctor. I think, isn't the Doctor already trans in a way because he's a man and a woman and he can do anything? But as an actual trans person, I think that might represent some rights which the show could do justice for, and I think it'd be very interesting to see where they go with that as well.
Yeah, I think they could do that, and I think they probably will eventually. I'm not really sure if the now is the right moment because we're so divided as a fandom as it is. So I'm not really sure right now that would help the situation.
Yeah.
But I think they should do it. I'm just not sure when because you don't want to split the fandom anymore as it is. But in one part, you want to be representative. So it's a difficult one. You know, you want to. It's just the consequences, the conflict it would cause. But at the same time, it shouldn't matter.
I was in Sorry, a video.
Continue. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, shouldn't. No. Yeah. I was in a video call, like I have messages with I don't know, you know him, James from the old Huidicks. And I talked about him. We were talking about the new Doctor and stuff, and he gave up some suggestions of he thinks that it should be a black actress because the show could definitely show the Doctor saying one-liners going, "Oh, it was so much easier when I was a white man. I could have got away with this." Whereas the Doctor having to struggle with that could show people of color having their struggles within the show with the main character. And he talked about that really well, and I think that is something very interesting the show could do. But yet again, it is like you said, the show is in a divisive place, so the show needs to fix something for the fans to be a bit more peace and calm, and I think the show kind of has to do that because it's response to that. But yeah,
I think, have you seen Richard Awadowie before? He does the IT Crowd, played Moss in the IT Crowd. He would be a great shout. I feel casting someone like him would maybe be a good option because then you're being progressive, you're still having a person of colour, and then you're having a male Doctor to make the other side happy. So I feel he would be a safe option. I think Richard himself would be a great Doctor. Not sure if he would do it, but I think, you know, it's potentially, he's not that big of an actor, I'm sure. So I think he would be great. I'm not sure if you've seen him before. He played Moss in IT Crowd.
Is he the one with the afro?
Yes, he is. He has a big afro here in the IT Crowd, yeah. He does quite a lot of stuff for Channel 4.
Yeah, this for a fact, but like, you know, the person who does the chase on YouTube, I thought that was him, and I thought that he was a YouTuber who was an actor as well, and I thought they were the same person. But yeah, I think he'd be interesting as a Doctor. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's Who Chaser. He's on Twitter as well. Did he not follow you on Twitter? I'm sure he follows somebody. I'm not sure if it was you or not. But
Yeah,
I
he
know who you're
followed me
talking about.
recently, and I only just recently realised it's not this. It's not. He's not an actor, and they just look kind of similar. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's a good YouTuber. Yeah, he looks really like Richard Avedeli. I thought the same, but he's not Richard Avedeli. But yeah, it's quite interesting. So I guess we'll move on now to talk
Also
about
looks amazing in his purple Doctor Who suit. So yeah, I would like something like that in the future.
Yeah, he looks he does do cosplay quite a lot. It looks quite good. Yeah, I'm sure he does his own audio series as well, if I'm correct. So yeah, he's a really good. I think he's an actor. I'm sure he is, and he does a really good job. I'm sure I've watched one of his. I think it's a fan film actually. Does a fan film. He does really good. They're really high production.
Yeah, there's a fan film out there. I've seen him someone regenerate into him. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Dominic, that's his name. So I'll read some comments again, see what you guys are all saying. So Animatic Joker, I'm saying your name wrong again, I'm so sorry. He says, a former companion like Freeman Agyeman as the 14th Doctor. A new development, the Doctor takes on the appearance of a former companion. That's quite an interesting comment because Noel Clarke actually said today on Good Morning Britain he would like to be a future Doctor. But how would you feel about that, about an old companion playing the next incarnation of the Doctor?
I don't know if you remember, but like when David Tennant was regenerating, it was announced who's going to be the next Doctor, and it was not obviously Matt Smith. John Barrowman was quite well known to be the next Doctor in one of the polls. I was like, I can't. He's a companion, which I'm still kind of like that now. But him maybe having to take a companion would definitely be interesting for the show to do. I would actually like person who plays Mickey Smith. I've forgotten his name. I would like him to be the next Doctor. I think he'd be brilliant as it. There's a thing while we're on regeneration. Imagine if the Master stole someone's regeneration. What if the Doctor, he doesn't like taking people's faces, but maybe he was dying and he had to take his companion's face to save the world and do something because there's a certain time frame or something like that. And the Doctor is the new the companion is the new Doctor, but the Doctor feels guilty that he stole the companion's face to try and save the day or something like that. I think that'd be cool or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure there was speculation
Don't know if I
ages
explained
ago.
that.
I'm sure there was speculation ages ago. I think it was Russell T Davies' idea actually, where you have the Doctor and the Master regenerate, but they regenerate into each other. So the Doctor is basically the Master in disguise, and the Master is the Doctor in disguise. But you don't know. Well, I'm sure it's something like that, or both of them were the Doctor and one of them was the Master in disguise. It was something like that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure it was a Russell T Davies idea. I'm sure it was.
I haven't heard of that, but yeah, that would be interesting. With that, would you think a Master spin-off would work? Because I feel like with the Master, imagine if the Master took some of the Doctor's DNA, the Master was dying, you put it into him, the Master regenerates into the Doctor's face, but then the Master's pretending to be the Doctor in his spin-off, and then there's a reveal in episode 1 that he's the Master, and he starts killing off certain unit members, and then suddenly he takes over, and it's a massive Master spin-off. I think that would be cool or something like that. What about you? What sort of spin-offs would you be interested in, or the Master?
I think a Master spin-off would be really cool. I would love to see Torchwood come back. That would be my priority. Bring Torchwood back. Get a new team with Captain Jack and Gwen. I think that could easily be done. I wouldn't bring Class back. I know people liked it to a degree, but for me, Class, it was just a mess. I would love to have a Katie Manning and Ace spin-off on CBBC. So bring, I can't remember her name, bring Joe from the classic series and Ace and have them team up and have like a Sarah Jane Adventures type of spin-off for CBBC. I think that would be quite cool. Try and get the kids more invested in Doctor Who.
Yeah,
and that'd be kind of a cool approach to do. And I think Katie Manning, she's on Twitter and she's absolutely fantastic. She does a lot of stuff for the collection box sets, as you'll know, like the dedicated trailers and stuff. So I think bringing Katie Manning back and Sophie Aldred would be fantastic. What do you think?
Yeah, with Katie Manning coming back or something like that in Ace. An Ace spin-off is just it just feels like it so should happen. With Katie Manning, she's very much invested with the fans. You know, I've had tweets and I'm like, oh my god, Katie Manning just tweeted me, and that's because she just tweets fans and she responds back. And I think that's something you definitely need in a show. And it's just nice that she connects with the fans. So I definitely, if she had a spin-off, I think it'd be a great hit because all the fans would be up for it, and then new people would join on board as well. Definitely for a CBBC project or something like that.
Yeah, Katie Manning's great. Like me and also Hoovian Wanderer, who's in the chat, she actually sent, because one of our friends, Matthew, who's I'm not sure is on the stream, but basically he knows Katie Manning from conventions and stuff, so they became friends. And she done like a personalized video message for us back for one of the lockdown rewatches. And yeah, she's great. Like she really likes the 13th Doctor. She's very supportive of this era. I think Katie Manning, she would definitely come back to Doctor Who if asked. I'm sure she retweeted my tweet and she would say she would come back in a click of a heartbeat. So I think bring Katie Manning and also Sophie Aldred and Ace back. It feels like Ace needs to come back. Do you think Ace might be in Series 13? Because I feel Chibnall is going to bring someone back. I'm not sure who. Do you think it potentially could be Ace they might bring back next after Captain Jack?
I honestly, I don't think so, but then again, with all these secrets, they could easily under the night with under a hood just reveal a companion. And I think it definitely work. I mean, it's just so interesting with the classic box sets or whatever you get in these days with the little clips of the Doctor and the companion. It's just so nice to see, and you're just like, why can't we get an episode of this? So I would all be up for any companion coming back, but particularly Ace and Katie Manning, just because they're lovely people and they just seem amazing and they're well loved by fans. But yeah, definitely up for anyone really, but I can't see it happening as well because maybe there's only 8 episodes that they can't fit them in, but I'll be up for it in the future. 60th, please.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think of the whole episode cut? Because obviously it's not the BBC's fault. It's nothing they can do. Everybody's suffering, understandable. But do you think the episode setback is going to affect the series? I do hope personally they've kind of got rid of the filler episodes and the kind of standalone ones. But what do you like? What do you think? Do you think 8 episodes is that risky? What kind of stories do you think they're going to keep and get rid of?
With the 8 episodes, I originally thought maybe they're going to do 4 stories and it'd be 2-parters, but now because there seems to be a lot more happening in these 8 episodes, I think there's only been a single episode per episode. But with that, with the 2 missing ones, I feel like they had that opportunity with series 11 and 12, getting rid of the Praxeus and the Orphan 55 episodes, but they haven't. So I feel like they're going to do that again. So maybe we're at least going to get 6 really good episodes and we still might have 2 dunders. But I also feel one thing I'm worried about this is, are they going to keep to 8 episodes next series and we're going to get 6 episodes next series? I just don't want it to keep going down and down. But it's understandable for COVID situations. But for the future, EastEnders can produce 20-minute episodes all the time. Doctor Who can surely do 10 at least next series, hopefully.
I have a bit of a theory. I'm not saying this will happen. It probably won't. But I have a feeling the BBC are going to try and return the series to airing on a yearly basis. Because I think they might look at the viewing figures and go, well, that's because it's not airing yearly anymore. So potentially, I'm not saying it'll happen. Hopefully it won't. But I wouldn't be surprised if they cut series 14 down further to 6 episodes. So it could come out next year. But what do you think about that? Like 6 episodes, that would be a dramatic cut.
I feel like whatever series 13 end point is, series 14's got to lead to the 60th in some way. And I feel like if we got 6 episodes, I would be happy with that because they're going to be doing the 60th as well. But if the 60th counts with one of their episodes, so we're only getting 5, I'm a bit like, But if they're only doing 6 episodes and they're really focusing on the 5th or the 60th, and it's going to be a massive hour and a half long episode, I'm all down for that, as it being this so much to do. But yeah, I feel like Series 14 can have a bit of leeway with that, but for future projects, I want it going back up with the episodes not going down. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. Just want to say bye to Enigmatic Joker. He said bye in the comments section. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. We've had 10 viewers for the stream, which I was aiming for. So I'm quite happy with that. For our first live stream, I would say that's pretty successful. I guess now we'll talk about the rumors, because there's a lot. There's the Auton coming back. The Zygons are apparently coming back. What do you think about the Weeping Angels coming back? Because that's pretty much confirmed. Are you looking forward to the Weeping Angels coming back?
I am very excited about the Weeping Angels. Wasn't revealed because Series 11 did so well, and all of a sudden, Dan the Man's come along, and we're getting spoilers left, right, and centre. I'm not blaming him, but yeah. The Weeping Angels are definitely going to be interesting. I would actually like that to be a two-parter, because to flourish it out, and get that cliffhanger, because Series 5 had that cliffhanger, and I think that really works to show their menacingness. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see where they go with that, and I think it would bring a darker side to the Doctor and Yaz. Maybe Yaz being scared for the first time, because she's been she walks into the portal to Gallifrey, she's been a bit more like that, but they've had a safe ride, these companions. No one's died, and I feel like Weeping Angels can certainly bring the fright to them, and I'll be very intrigued to see that happen. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I was watching the Series 5 Weeping Angels story, I think it was like last week, and it's really good. And I think Chibnall will do a good job at bringing them back. We've seen him do well with the Daleks. He's done well with the Cybermen to a point. The Jejun, the Master. So I'm hopeful he'll do a good job. Same with the Centarans as well. And it's looking like, from looking at the filming photos, I don't know if you've seen it yourself, but on the filming set of the Centauran story, bit of a spoiler here, so be warned. But basically, there was like Halloween decorations seen on set. So it's looking likely that the series is expected to launch probably on Halloween, which is Sunday the 31st of October. So it's looking like we're going to get a Halloween launch, which I think will be great. I think Doctor Who and Halloween, absolutely fantastic. I won't complain if that turns out to be the case.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I remember actually the last time Doctor Who was on Halloween, it was in the Zygon Invasion episode. Because I remember there was a massive Halloween party going to happen, and then someone asked me, "Are you going to go to the party?" And I was like, "No, Doctor Who's on. Like, you'd rather watch Doctor Who live than go to a party." And I was like, "Yep, it's Zygons. That cliffhanger got me hooked." So, hopefully Doctor Who can do that to a few people as well, because it did that to me back in the day. So Halloween would definitely be viewers. I don't know. But I think it'd be very interesting to air it on Halloween, and that'd be a very scary episode. So
yeah, I think for us fans, it would be great, as obviously we're older and stuff now and that. But I think in terms of viewing figures, if you want to get kids and families watching, the problem with starting Halloween is that everyone's going to be out trick-or-treating. So I'm not too sure if it's a good decision viewing figure wise. That's a bit of a risky move. But in terms of pleasing fans, we've all wanted a Halloween special for absolute years. So it's good on that front. But viewing figures, it is a bit risky in my opinion. It's maybe not the best route to go down. Would you like to see it maybe return to Saturday nights potentially if they started the day before Halloween? I'm not sure how you feel on when it airs or if it bothers you or anything.
Well, I would prefer it to be Saturday only because I go to my nan's and my mom's on a Sunday for Sunday dinner. So there's that. But that's the only reason for me. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to be awesome either way. But the only problem is I think it should go back to Christmas episodes. That's the only thing I would change because I think they get more viewers that way, and plus, Christmas feels like it's missing something. I don't know about you when you're talking into your dinner, but
yeah, like I prefer it personally on Christmas. I do like it on New Year because I don't think New Year's that great, especially New Year's Day. Like it normally feels like a normal day, so it's good to have Doctor Who on New Year's Day. It definitely makes the day feel better, but I think it just feels better on Christmas. It's probably just because we're all used to it. By now, it's kind of part of our Christmas routine. And it depends what you do with your family. Are you more like playing games and not watching TV? or are you kind of like my family? We're all sitting watching TV. So for me, I love it on Christmas, and I agree. I would love it to return to Christmas. If I'll actually do that, it would be nice if it's going to be Jodie's final story. I would like it to be Christmas. I think it would be nice to see a Christmas farewell and instead of New Year again.
With the episodes, I feel like why can't we have? We've only got 6 for the series. I feel like can't we have both? Can't we have a first part and a second part, just like David Tennant did? But I also feel like Chris Eccleston regenerated in a series, and I've really wanted that. I think as much as I actually really love Twice Upon a Time, a lot of people like, oh, I wish he regenerated Doctor Falls. I count as a 3-part story in my eyes, but I also feel like Peter Capaldi would have benefited by going in the series route, and I feel maybe Jodie would benefit going by the end of a finale as well, because I feel like David Tennant really worked, but then I feel like everyone copied, and 11th Doctor's trial, that's Time of the Doctor stuff was meant to be series 8, wasn't it? And now it's it only got put into 1 episode, so that didn't work either. So maybe Christmas for regenerations, but I would prefer finale because it just feels grand and big. But
yeah, I agree. I think that's my only concern, and I don't know what they're going to do, because it's like, do we give up the festive special and just leave it for 1 year, or do we, do the regeneration? Do we do the regeneration in the finale basically, or do we do it in the festive special? But if they do it in the finale, it probably means, unless they're going to be really secretive, it's going to be no festive special. What would you go for? Would you have the regeneration? Same in the chat. What would you guys do in the chat? Would you rather have the regeneration in the finale, no festive special, or regeneration in the festive special? It's quite an interesting discussion. Oh, it's completely cut off for me. Can you guys in the chat, can you see Go Doctor Who? Because he's went completely missing from me off the chat. Joys of technology. Hello, Nicholas. How are you? Hope you can see me okay.
I feel with the hello.
Can you hear me okay? Yeah.
I feel I've lost where I am now. Yeah, I know where I'm at. So I feel like with Christmas episodes, I really enjoy it, but with regenerations, they don't feel that grand and epic when they're on Christmas, whereas on a finale, it feels big and bombastic. But with Christmas episodes, I feel like as much as they get the views, which is what you want, I feel like they have to play it kiddie and a bit more safe. They can't go more of a darker route, which is something I think. But yeah, what about you?
I'm completely off chat now. What were we talking about again? Basically, the stream is completely freezing up here. But what are we talking about again? Because I've lost track now, because the stream is delaying us that much. So what was your question again? Sorry, it's just the stream is completely freezing on me.
Yeah, my question is, would you prefer a regeneration always at Christmas, or would you prefer it to be at a finale or a New Year's, or somewhere in the middle of the series? Whereabouts would you want the regeneration to be? And what do you enjoy?
Personally, I'd rather have the next special, next regeneration being in the finale. I feel we've had enough of it now in the festive specials. Like, I think the last 2 regenerations now, or 3, I think it is, 3 regenerations now in the festive special. So I feel like it's time to go back to the series finale. Because if I'm correct, was the last regeneration Parting of the Ways? Was that the last series finale regeneration? Am I correct?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of count David Tennant's as Christmas as well. So yeah, definitely be interesting to go down a finale route and make it maybe people will binge watch the series to see if it's been building up to this, or will they just be watching the finale just for the new Doctor? But yeah, we've both discussed as well secret regenerations, and I think what are you still strongly opinion on that a bit? They should go down that route, but not advertise the doctor, the new doctor. Should just say tune in and see who it will be.
Yeah, personally, what I would do, and this is from a like marketing strategy, if we're going to go down the route of a surprise generation, I would still announce Jodie's departure in advance, because that way you can get the viewers. Otherwise, if it just happens, yeah, it'll be great for us fans, but in terms of the general public, they're not going to be watching the episode. So it's better to announce Jodie's departure probably just before series 13 starts, and then, but don't tell us who the next Doctor is till the episode, and then during the regeneration we find out who it is, which I think is great marketing, and it'd be a great surprise. Yeah, we know it's coming, but it would be a fantastic way, better than getting announced than rather a football match or something like that, which is a bit ridiculous. But what do you think? Would you want that kind of regeneration? Yeah. Would you like a full-on surprise regeneration? Same in the chat. What do you guys in the chat think? Let me know.
Yeah, I'd love to hear everyone's opinions on that. I feel like, yeah, that would be such a cool thing. Maybe at the start of each episode, if it was a series, and let's say Jodie's regenerating the end of series 13, maybe we have, like World Enough and Time, we got glimpses of Peter Capaldi regenerating, not to that extent, but maybe little flashes of the regeneration coming throughout the beginning of each episode, leading to the finale, where eventually we will see it is coming, and we get a little trailer to say the Doctor is regenerating. Tune in for on this time to watch it. But definitely, I feel like we don't always need to know who the actor is, because clearly everyone will be excited either way. And if they don't know the actor, they're just going to tweet about it, or they're going to Google it anyway. So yeah, I would like that over just a mini reveal scene in a tennis match or a football match. So yeah, I go to your route.
Yeah, I think a surprise regeneration, especially with Chris Chibnall. I think if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him. He kept Joe Martin pretty much a secret. So I think it's definitely plausible. It could happen. It would be quite a good route to go down. If they'll do it, I don't know. But there actually is rumour. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a rumour now going around. It's from a person on Twitter, so take it with a pinch of salt. But apparently the regeneration is getting filmed this week. I'm not really trusting this person, but what do you think? Do you think that's plausible? Do you think they might be filming the regeneration? It's definitely could be the case. It's a bit too early, I would say, but
it could happen. Yeah, Confused Adipose posted something on Twitter, didn't he? And someone was not allowed to be at this certain location at a certain time. So definitely something big is happening. But with it being a regeneration, I personally don't think Jodie's going to be regenerating till the 60th for some reason. I just have that in my mind. But if it is happening, they could do this. They've got some weird leak photo or some weird thing that's meant to be linked to Sontarans or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. But interesting. What's everyone else's opinion of it down below?
Yeah, let us know in the chat and we'll read it out. Trying to catch up on the chat. It's quite complicated to keep up with. But yeah, I guess another subject, a kind of divisive one again, would be Phasmin. So what is your idea on Phasmin? Which is always divisive.
I'm all for. I think everyone wants. I'm just gonna go and say it. I don't think I should, but yeah, everyone wants a lesbian doctor companion thing. I think the only person who's allowed to have that is River Song. I think if you're gonna if you want that happening, River should be back for an episode, and it's good for River to be back for one-off episodes, because Yaz is there all the time, and it could get a bit annoying, like Rose being with 10. It's good here and there, small doses, with River Song being that exception. But if we had it all the time, it might alienate, or not alienate, it definitely represent, which I think is a good thing. But I'm just not for a companion. I think the only person who should go out with a doctor is River Song, and that's because the writers have kind of allowed that to happen in a natural way. What about you?
Yeah, like I would be up for it. I think it could happen. I wouldn't do it how they did it with Rose, because I feel with Rose, it was a bit like they made Rose just really mean, to be honest. Like she was jealous with Sarah Jane. She was quite mean to everybody. She like pretty much cheated on Mickey with the Doctor. So I feel don't do it how they did with Rose. Don't make Yaz like just really jealous. But I think if they did it a different way, did it more sensitive, definitely it could work. But yeah, I get why people don't like a companion kind of love relationship. I get it to a point. Yeah, it makes sense. But I think it could work if
I
they write it
think it's
well.
because it's always mentioned. Yeah, I think it's because it's always mentioned, because like Rose is brought up even after she's left so much that you just think, oh God, the Doctor is in love with Yaz. Yaz is just going to be shadowing the next person or something like that. I think it's more because she was brought up, she just felt like she never left anyway within the David Tennant era. Are we going to do that again with Jodie's? I think that's the main worry of the problem. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So we've got some comments in the section as well. So the Dragon's Unicorn says Phasmin for the win. So obviously they are very supportive. Brittany also wants Phasmin to happen. So yeah, I think the consensus for looking at Twitter would be people are more against it than for it, which again, I understand. But I think, it could work. Yeah, they did do a poll, you're right. Yeah, and it could work if they writ it well. If Chibnall would do that, I have no idea. I'm not even sure if he's planning it or if he will just do it. My concern is just doing it for fan service and then it ends up written really abruptly. Because at the moment, I think there is feelings between Yaz and the Doctor, but I don't think the Doctor sees her that way. And I think they need to develop it more first. They couldn't just start series 13 and all of a sudden they're in love with each other. I think that wouldn't work. I think they need to develop it properly. Don't just do it for fan service.
Yeah, there's early stages of the relationship, if so, because like I personally felt Ryan and Yaz were actually going to be school friends that suddenly found out they love each other and stuff like that. And I feel like they should have done that route with Series 12 because it would give Ryan something to do to be protective boyfriend or learning how to be a relationship because but with the Doctor, there has only been one reference of that, I think, and that is Villadati episode. I think that might have indicated it, but other than that, there hasn't been much of that. So less Series 13 is going to be fully on that. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They need to develop it properly, get some more chemistry, and then maybe by the end of Series 13, they could do it. But even then, it would be the end of Series 13. So would there really be a point? I'm not so sure. I think you would need to develop it for another full series before you can make the relationship happen. And then if Yaz is leaving, it's obviously not going to happen. So it's kind of like
a tragic love story.
They could just, kill Yaz off and then
maybe a tragic. Yeah.
We've got some comments as well. So O2 is
they finally say they love each other as Yaz dies.
Catching up with the stream. So got some comments now. So O2 is asking if you could bring back any free companions, who would it be and why? Let you answer first.
Well, three companions that are. I would have Elizabeth Sladen, but sadly that wouldn't happen. So that she'd be one of them. But yeah, Bill Potts is always, I think, brilliant. She was amazing, and then she got talked to early. So I love Bill. Captain Jack, even though we've already had him, the more the better. And as much as I'd love Donna, it wouldn't happen, I don't think, with Donna. So the third companion I'd bring back would be Ace, a classic companion. Why not? Because I think that would be interesting. What about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. So I would bring Ace back. I think she definitely needs to come back. Bill, I think Bill deserves more attention. And Martha, I would definitely bring Martha back. I think probably priority would be Martha. I think Freema Agyeman I think she said only recently she would love to come back. So I think Freema Agyeman and Mickey, they two coming back would be absolute fantastic. I think that should definitely happen. Especially with the whole
Smith
I don't know if you remember I don't know if you remember it, but Martha and Mickey were written into that Sarah Jane Adventures final story as well. I'm sure they said that they had a kid now. So I definitely think, it's potential. Martha should come back.
Yeah. Have you read any Titan comics? Because there's a Martha and Mickey, spoilers for that, but there's a Martha and Mickey meet the Ninth Doctor, and the Ninth Doctor needs to stop Rose from meeting the future Mickey because something's wrong with Martha. and she's slowly turning into this alien thing. And there's that going on, and that was really mind blowing. That really good story. So there is so much potential for a Smith and Jones spin off or something like that. And Torchwood Children of Earth was actually going to have Mickey and Martha. I saw this in an interview that they were going to be in the episode, but Noel Clark's was filming something else, so they couldn't do it. So they just ripped Mickey and Martha out. So yeah.
I've never read that comic. I know the recent one with the 10th Doctor and Rose. Have you read that one yet? I still need to check it out, but I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I did a video on my channel about it.
Other comments?
Yeah.
So O2 said he would love to see 13 and Ruth meet Clara. Would you like to see Clara coming back? Clara's a divisive character. I don't know if you like her or don't. I think you do like Clara. I'm sure you do.
She was my celebrity crush that I froze against.
Yeah,
I'm always up for Jenna Coleman and anything. She's a phenomenal actor. But I don't know. I think Clara's done in her story arc, because it's a shame, because I would have loved it to be the final point face of Raven. But Hal Bent's let her to be out there, so she is always welcomed back to the show in some way. But I also feel like her story's kind of done now. But I'd love more Ruth Doctor. More Ruth Doctor, the better.
Yeah, I agree. We've got a comment here from the Dragon's Unicorn who says Clara had a pretty vague ending with the whole Ashilda and Diner TARDIS thing, so it could happen. Yeah, Clara's ending was very divisive. I remember I liked Hellbent personally, but yeah, her getting a Diner TARDIS was very over the top, but it means she could come back. She could get her own Big Finish series if she wanted to, which would be certainly interesting. It wouldn't surprise me too much considering Big Finish and what they do. Not that it's a good idea, but still.
Some point in the future, there's going to be a Maisie and Jenna Coleman spin-off. Me and Jenna going off in the TARDIS, flying around. Yeah,
probably going to happen eventually. So is there any other questions that you guys have in the chat about the upcoming series or anything in general? It doesn't need to be about the upcoming series. Just ask away. We'll take any questions. Ask away, guys, if there's any.
While they're coming up with that, I was wondering, while they're coming up with that, I was wondering what other show or movie would you like Doctor Who to cross over with? It probably would never happen, but what would you like it to cross over with if you had the chance?
What was that question again? Sorry, you cut out again, so I couldn't hear the full question. What was the question again?
If you had a show or a movie crossover with Doctor Who in the same universe, what would you have? What sort of show would you have? That'd be interesting.
So what you mean? Any movie franchise crossover with Doctor Who? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always wanted like it sounds stupid, but I always think a Doctor Who meets ABBA crossover. That would be pretty cool, like a Mamma Mia sing-along, not sing-along, but a musical episode, which was rumoured for Series 11, a Doctor Who musical. That would be pretty cool. Would you like that? It was rumoured for Series 11, but it turned out obviously not to be true. But I think that'd be quite a lot of fun.
Doctor Who can do anything, so I think there's a chance if the Doctor somehow, with all these universes, maybe they land in a singing universe and they have to sing their way out to the end. That would be interesting. Yeah, and ABBA sort of thing would be interesting. I'd like, if we're going that route as well, I wouldn't mind a cartoon comic book, the Doctor's stuck in a comic book sort of thing, and yeah, that'd be interesting as well, maybe. Yeah.
That would be cool. We've got a question here from Forced Alec who asks, what MCU actor would you like to play the Doctor? Because I think you watch quite a lot of Marvel, I think.
What MCU actor? Well, I would probably go, I don't know, to be fair. Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. Is he connected to Marvel in some? He's in the Marvel universe. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds. So yeah. What about you?
Quite a good suggestion. I would probably say Tom Holland, the Spider-Man. I'm sure he would be quite interesting. Or Andrew Garfield. He would be quite good. I don't think he'll do it. There's no chance. But Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland or Benedict Cumberbatch, he's quite a good shout as well. He'd be quite good. I've seen him in Sherlock. So I don't watch a lot of Marvel, so I'm not the best person to ask. But from those, they would be my 3 suggestions. One of them would be pretty good to see. What else is there?
Yeah, Tom Holland would be amazing. I want him as James Bond as well. Tom Holland. So, yeah.
That would be quite cool. So Whovian Wandered here, he suggested Doctor Who and Wonder Woman or Doctor Who and Coronation Street, which would be interesting. Coronation Street, that would be, they done one with EastEnders, I'm sure, like a charity special back in the 1990s. So have you seen it? Dimensions in Time. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's not well known by fans, but yeah, it was complicated. I still don't understand it all to this day with the Rani, but you know, the EastEnders duff they should have ended on. Yeah, I'll go Coronation Street because let's have another soap in Doctor Who.
That would be quite cool to do another soap opera crossover. I would do it for like a comic relief spin-off or something. I wouldn't do it like full like a full episode. I think that wouldn't work. But as a comic relief special, I would definitely go for it. It'd be quite cool to see.
Slovene taking over Coronation Street and they're all Slovene people. That would be interesting.
They did a similar sketch, I'm sure, back in the day with Sarah Jane Adventures. I do remember it. I can't remember the actor's name. They did like a Slovene comic relief special and it was playing an actor some of the. It was quite good. Can't remember the actor's name, but I don't know if you've seen it. It's ages ago now.
Trickster should come back. That'd be a good villain. He's always been interesting. I think they could make it work in a real show, especially with Jodie's era being a bit like Sarah Jane Adventures. Trickster would be brilliant.
Yeah, the Trickster coming back. Is there any other villains you would like to appear in Series 13? We already know about the Weeping Angels, the Centaurans. They're coming back for sure. Is there the Autons as well? The Autons are rumoured. I would love to see the Autons come back. But is there any other villains? If you could have any villain appear in Series 13, what would it be? I think you already know your answer. I'm sure you did a video on it already.
Any villain. I can't remember my video. Oh, screen went off there. I can't remember, to be fair. I'm going to have to probably go Zygons. Yeah, I like the Zygons, but Autons are hopefully coming back as well. I would like that, but yeah.
Yeah, the Autons, I think, are a good suggestion. I think the Cylons would be good. I'm sure that's the one you did your video on. I think the Cylons would be really good to come back. They feel there's a lot more potential there from the Cylons. Only had that really big Series 6 appearance. So would you like to see the Cylons come back? I'm sure you did a video on it. I'm sure it was you who did a video on the Cylons being in Series 13. Or maybe somebody else I'm hanging off.
Yeah. The Silence would be an interesting one, definitely. Yeah.
Be quite good. So is there anything else you want to mention, Series 13 wise, or anything in general you want to talk about?
Not really, but do you think there will be two-parters, or will it be just single-owned stories? Because I feel I wanted two-parters, but now I feel like it's going to be single-owned all the way through. What about you?
So I just want to say that Dragon's Unicorn has said that they've subscribed to your channel and he's now your 450th subscriber. So there you go. Congratulations. That's the Dragon's Unicorn.
Oh, wow,
give him a shout out. Give him a shout out. So yeah, do subscribe to Go Doctor Who's channel.
Thank
it is in the
you,
link.
Dragon Unicorn.
But yes,
you
please
enjoy
subscribe.
my content, and yeah, I
cut up again. But basically, do subscribe to Go Doctor Who's YouTube channel. It is in the description, linked below. So please go subscribe now, and yeah, check out his content as well after the video.
try and get William Hu to 1K as well, because he does brilliant videos. So yeah.
Thank you. Yes, so you haven't subscribed already, also subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it. Want to get to 1K before Series 13. That would be a great target. So yeah, really appreciated. After all that chat, I've forgotten now what was your question again, because I got interrupted by the Dragon's Unicorn there. So what was your question again that you asked me? I've completely forgotten now. Two-parters. Was it two-parters?
I can't remember. Yeah, that was it. That was it, yeah.
See, I have heard rumours that the Centauran story, that's going to be a two-parter, but I've also heard rumours the Weeping Angels is going to be a two-parter as well. So do you think we're maybe looking at 4 stories, four two-parters? And that'd be pretty good. Only worry is 4 stories to kind of develop John Bishop's character. I'm not really sure if that would work, but I think two-parters is the right way to go, because there's so much in these Chibnall era episodes, it would work well.
True.
Just lagging again.
Yeah, that is true about John Bishop only having 4 stories. Yeah.
So yeah, O2, I've seen your question about Instagram Live. I've not got Instagram. I might get it. If you guys think I should get an Instagram one, I might do an Instagram Live sometimes. I know it's easier, because I'm sure the Who Addicts used to do Instagram Live. And yeah, so I might do that in the future. You never know. Have you got Instagram? Go Doctor Who. If you have, feel free to pitch it, because you seem to got Instagram people in the chat. So feel free to, if you've got an Instagram.
They used to do Facebook Live.
Chat's lagging again, guys. Apologies. Technology is always fun. It's really lagging for us, so I do apologise. We have no idea how the stream is going to look, so it'll be interesting to rewatch it. It's going to be interesting to watch the stream back.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and rewatch this live stream if it's still on YouTube after. I'm going to...
Just to clarify as well, this live stream will be on YouTube afterwards. I don't know how I do it, but there's a way I can upload it. So feel free to check it out as well afterwards if you've missed some of the stream. But yes, hopefully we will do another live stream again at some point, and we will work to improve these improvements, because for some reason it's lagging for us too, which is pretty frustrating, but we've managed to get through it. I'm not sure what's causing it. I'll look into it. It's the first time doing a live stream, so I'm sure we'll get more used to it. I'll get advice from other YouTubers and stuff like that. So we got another question here for you. We got another question here. So we got another question here, and it's from O2, who asks, "Who's your favourite Doctor and companion, and what's your favourite series?"
You gonna go first or me?
I'll let you go first. I'll let you answer first.
Okay. Favorite series is series 4, but coming close series 10. Favorite companion, I'm mixed between these, and I can't always pick every time I watch their episode. They're my favorite of this. So Sarah Jane, Captain Jack, and Bill are my favorite companions, and they always change. And my favourite Doctor is the 12th Doctor. Coming close is the 10th Doctor. What about you?
My favourite companions would probably be Donna. Probably Martha. I quite like Martha. Bill. Amy. It's pretty much all the new companions, if I'm honest. Except Rose. I'm not a huge fan of Rose, if I'm honest. Doctor-wise, my favourite Doctor would probably be between the 10th Doctor and the 11th Doctor. It changes depending on what mood I'm in, but definitely between those two. And my favourite series would be probably series 4. That feels the most best wise. Like every story in series 4 is great. While with every other series and the new series wise, I've not got enough Classic Who knowledge to answer that Classic Who. But yeah, series 4 feels the most solid. The rest of them feel a bit. There's always bad stories in every other series. What is your favourite series?
Favourite series got to be series 4. I love Donna and 10th Doctor's chemistry, and they're just mates. But yeah, the finale is brilliant as well.
Yeah, series 4 is great. Also got another question from Brittany asking what video software am I using. So I'm using something called StreamYard. It seems the most easy and accessible one to do. It is work. I don't know how we look on the stream, but basically for me and Go Doctor Who, well, for me anyway, it's just lagging. I'm saying something, and then Go Doctor Who's answering my last question. So that explains the technical difficulty in this stream, which I will work to fix in the next stream. I'll look into it. I don't know what's causing it. I've got a good internet connection, so I've got no idea, but I'll fix it for the next stream. We'll do
my
more.
Yeah, my end is your screen's frozen. I can see myself fine, and I'm hearing whatever you say in my ear. That's about it. And I can't see the comment section.
Yeah, for the next stream, guys, we will definitely work on it. We'll do more tests. We'll figure it out, and I'll rewatch it to see how we look, because I've got absolutely no idea. It's going to be interesting to rewatch it. But yeah, is there any final question, guys, that you guys would like to ask us? Also, any feedback on the stream would be really good to take in. This is our first stream, so yeah, any feedback would be really appreciated. Do you want to kind of just plug your channel, Go Doctor Who, and let them know what your channel's about, what kind of stuff you do? Just pitch your channel to try and get more subscribers. Basically, best way to put it.
Why you should subscribe to me.
Pretty much.
Basically, I do news reviews sometimes, but I mainly just do theories, rankings, top 10s on everything Doctor Who related. I've done Torchwood already. I'm doing Sarah Jane in the coming weeks. I've already filmed all my videos for Sarah Jane Adventures reviews coming. The Big Finish, when I get that Torchwood thing, I'm going to be talking about my first experience trying to listen to Big Finish. And then I'm also doing occasionally Fine Comics. And I'm going to do a review on the classic box sets at some point. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening. I've got future projects happening. There's a lot of stuff that I normally do. So yeah. And yeah, join the journey.
Good stuff. So yeah, guys, please subscribe to Go Doctor Who. The link to his channel is in the description below. So if you just click into his channel, give it a subscribe after the stream. He really deserves it. Let's get him to 500 subscribers. Let's say by the end of May. That seems like a target for you. But yeah, definitely just subscribe to Go Doctor Who's channel in the link below after the stream. He definitely deserves it. And yeah, we will do another stream together in the future, and we will work on fixing this lag issue. Again, I'm not sure what's causing it, but and other issues as well. But O2 did say in this section, I like the more relaxed approach.
I can't hear anything now.
You got basically O2 O2 said in the chat he likes a more relaxed approach, which it's definitely
just gonna have to listen. Yeah, I can't hear anything.
It's been a more interesting stream wise. Yeah. It's been interesting. It's yeah. Is there any other question, guys? We've got a question from the Jagged Unicorn. I've got no idea if Godot could hear. Oh God. What is your opinion on revealing the Doctor's real name one day? Personally, I hope they never reveal the Doctor's name. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear anything my end, so I'm just gonna stand.
It's definitely interesting. I don't think they should reveal the Doctor. I don't think they should ever reveal the Doctor's name. What is your opinion, Go Doctor? I've got no idea if you can still hear the chat. But let's see. Can you still hear the chat at all?
I can't hear. Yeah.
I guess that's the end of the stream, guys, because Go Doctor Who can't hear the stream. So I will private chat him, see if he can hear me. Technology, it's been an interesting stream. I do apologise. We will work on this. I've messaged them in the private stream. Can you hear the chat? Can you hear the chat?
I can't hear anything. So yeah, thanks for having me. I don't have a clue if we're still live or not, but yeah. Oh, you sent me a message. Right.
Can you see it? Can you see the private chat?
I can't hear anything you're saying at all, but I can see you.
Right. 2 seconds. We're now chatting to each other via text because they can't hear me. So 2 seconds, guys, and we'll... Oh, it's been interesting.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, and I'll message you later, William. And yeah, amazing to be
No
on the
problem.
live stream. Enjoy the rest, and see you guys next time. Bye.
See you later. Thanks for joining, mate. See you later. So do you guys have any final questions before we finish up? Any final questions before we end the stream? Feel free to ask. Dragon Unicorn, technical difficulties are hilarious. I've yet to find a live stream without facing at least one problem. Yeah, like the problem is with this live stream is it's just lagging, so I can't hear him in sync. He can't hear me in sync because I don't know why. So it's our first time. We should have been do more tests. But yeah, thanks for everyone for bearing with the stream. At least it's been funny. It's definitely been interesting. Thank you for an amazing live stream, William, Who, and Go.2. Thanks, Bray. Thank you to everyone that has joined in the live stream. I really appreciate it. I know it's not been perfect. We will do more. I'm planning to do more live streams in the future. And yeah, I've quite enjoyed this. It's been good, minus the technical difficulties. So any final questions, and we'll wrap up tonight's live stream. LC Productions asks, could you see Jodie's doctor coming face to face with a male doctor like 11 or 12? Face to face. I think in the 60th, I think 13 will definitely meet the 10th Doctor. I think David Tennant's going to be back for the 60th. 100%. They're not going to leave him out. Matt Smith, I think, will come back as well. I think for the 60th, there's a good chance of lots of previous male doctors coming back. I think Jodie's going to be in the 60th. Even if Jodie left before the 60th, she's going to come back. She's the first female doctor. They're going to have her meet at least David Tennant. But yeah, it's definitely going to happen. So yeah, I do think we'll see Jodie meet a male doctor. Hoovian Wanderer, technical issues are prone to happen. Such a good stream, mate. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate it, guys. And I do apologize once again for the technical difficulties. I will work on it. We have got another live stream coming with another guest. This will be about the subject about the fandom at the moment. So that should be coming probably. I'm working a lot this week, so probably after next week. So stay tuned for that. That should be quite a good stream, quite an interesting debate. So that will be coming soon. What's your favourite Doctor Who book and Big Finish story? O2 asks. In terms of Doctor Who books, I'm not a big book fan. Comics, though, I do like Tintin comics, all the 13th Doctor stuff. They're pretty good. I definitely recommend them. And Big Finish story, I just recently listened to Dalek Universe, Volume 1 from Big Finish, which stars David Tennant. That was really good. If you want to get into Big Finish, definitely recommend that. It's such a good listen. I'm not going to ruin it, spoilers, but there's a really good cliffhanger in Dalek Universe Episode 1 at the end of it, and they do something really interesting, which I would love to do, the main series to do. So yeah, Big Finish-wise, definitely would be Dalek Universe. Nick Mellish asks, if you could have one classic series actor back to reprise a role, who would it be and why? Definitely Sophie Aldred, who played Ace. I would love to see her come back. Or Katie Manning, who played Jo. Both because, especially Katie Manning, like, she is such a lovely actress. She actually helped with one of our me, Hoover Wanderer, who's in the chat. She helped with one of our, we done like lots of rewatches for the lockdown period, and she helped us out with a lovely video message for Jodie. So I would love to see Katie Manning coming back. She deserves to come back. She does a lot for the show still now with Classic Who. Or feeling that Sophie Aldred as Ace. I would definitely love to see one of the guys come back. Hello, Mikey. How are you? You doing well? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Dragon's Unicorn. The current state of the fandom is for sure an interesting talking point. So yeah, what's happening is I'm talking to someone who's more in the other side of the fandom, who does like the show, and we're talking about doing a stream together, just to try and get the fandom more together and to kind of get over this conflict of being in a war with each other. So that stream will hopefully be coming next week at some point. This was kind of a test stream for that. So yeah, hopefully that stream will be coming up very soon. It should be quite a divisive stream, but hopefully I'll get more viewers as well. I'm sure that other person will share it. So yeah, stay tuned for that and subscribe. You know the link. Hit the subscribe button below. Really appreciate it. I'd love Susan to come back. Not going to happen, but so warming. to see. Heartwarming. Yeah, I would love to see. I forgot Caroline Ford. I think it is. I would love to see her come back. I think she would be great. Nice for the 60th. Bring her back. It would be great to see. But yeah, guys, I've got another question. Thanks, Nick, for joining. Really appreciate it. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave the stream here because we've been on for nearly 2 hours now. But I'd like to thank every single one of you that has watched this stream. I'd like to apologise again for the technical difficulties. It's been an interesting stream. I'm pretty exhausted after that because it's been chaos. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has joined the stream. I would love feedback, so please, in the comment section below after the stream, leave some feedback. I will work on it. And if you can, share the stream as well on social media so people can check it out later on and give it a like. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I will be back with another video. Not sure when, because I'm working a lot this week, unfortunately. Back to work, back to normal after lockdown's finishing. But yeah, I will do more live streams very soon. Probably see more of these. But yeah, guys, thanks all for watching. And yeah, I'm just going to put my ending credit on now, if I can. Give me a second. This should work. Any final comments? No worries, Brittany. Thank you for watching. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed despite the absolute chaos. We got to 10 viewers, which was what I was aiming for. So we met right on target. And also big thanks to Go Doctor who sadly had to go because it failed. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Just waiting on the ending credit to roll. It's been slow. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And I will see you all in the next one, whenever that will be. Remember to subscribe below, link below, give it a subscribe to Go Doctor Who, and check him out. He deserves it. But yeah, guys, that's me. I'll see you on the next one. See you later. Have a nice evening. Thanks, everyone. See you later.